three guys in the chat. But anyway, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're from. Live now, but if you're watching it later, thanks very much for looking in. Right. Well, I weren't going to do tonight. I didn't do Tuesday, which I normally have been doing in the past, but it's all fizzled out for a bit. So anyway, coming back, it was Georgina actually said do Monday, Wednesday and Fridays. And Tuesday and Fridays are bad enough. But I'll think about it, Georgina, if you're listening. DJ Samuel, SG, absolute stalwart of YouTube. Doesn't sleep, just his brain straight in there. Leo Land and Lego. Oh, bloody hell. Not seen you for a while either. That's because you've not seen. Right. It's yeah. Zara V, that's a bit of a shock. But anyway, I'll just take it as it comes. I am hoping Mike will come on. Mike West and Carol. Letting us know about the latest developments in Israel and that. Just give me a sec, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, well, no, I can if I don't put the link up. Nothing changes, does it? Right, should be coming up now. Joanna Beta Colburn. How are you doing? Oh, Keris. Same back to you, Keris. Thanks. Okay. Thanks very much. Yeah. Yeah, a new era of things. So, yeah, a lot of pressure off everyone's back. So, yeah, guys, anything you want to talk about, please come on the panel if you want to. I'll just read you this out then while there's a few of you in now. Okay. I don't know if you're interested anyway, but it's the Gaza thing and the war with Hamas. So latest is injured Palestinians and foreign nationals have begun arriving in Egypt from Gaza through the Rafah border. Not sure what that is. Crossing for the first time since the Israel-Hamas war began in early October, according to officials and all that. 361 foreign nationals have entered Egypt. What's that? Rafah crossing under a Qatar-mediated deal. According to, I'll tell you what, there's really too much going on there. Egypt, Qatar, Palestine. So yeah, basically they're saying it's there's a lot of people going into Egypt on that, and they're saying Israel are saying that, you know, be ready for a long war. Come on, where are you? Oh God, there's some crackpots who come in here. It's nice to see a couple of new names as well. Alex, the loyal cruising. With it being a Wednesday, I don't know who will be coming in, but you never know. Mike, I was waiting for you for that. Then we could, and then Carol might come on. Fucking, oh man, I'm fucking telling you, man, it's fucking crazy. Right, Zara B, can't believe it. Look at this, getting involved with everyone. What are your tricks? The link's there, Mike. Yeah, and that's not all. Oh no, these are just pictures, and it's just showing you the Jabala blast, and then just showing people going into Egypt. Sorry, there's someone I've not seen for a while backstage. I'm not sure, Hugh. I'm not sure. I haven't been into Tesco for a while. Shite. Anyway, Tesco. Akash, how are you doing, me fella flat earther? SG's a flat earther as well. No worries, Mike. Hey, Independent, how you doing? Gosh, I don't know what's going on tonight, what's going to be said. Right. Not sure. Airwolf. Right, I'll just put my banner up. Because you never know with
Hello.
Is that
Hello.
you?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. No
How are you?
worries. I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah, horrible night, isn't it?
Sorry?
A horrible night.
Horrible night?
Yeah, absolute bucketing down, and it's absolute pouring down.
Oh, right. Well, you're way up. We've had massive winds here. A bit of rain, but nothing, you know.
Yeah, I've had to put a towel in the letterbox because it was just going bang, 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 which doing my nutting. So I put a towel in the letterbox. But apart from that, it's lovely. British weather. I was going to say Scottish weather, but as usual, I get affected with it as well. I think that would be quite. How do I put this? That would be. What's the word for it? That would be marginalising another nation. So British weather, shall I say?
Yeah, kind of. I think there's not much difference, is there, between north and south? To be honest, is there?
No, not really. And you see what's happening. There was talk of the Rangers Dundee match getting called off tonight due to all the rain and that. But that's been held back to 8:30.
Wow. Well, does it cause, I mean, I don't know whereabouts you live. I won't ask you. Does it cause a lot of flooding?
Not where I am. I don't get flooded at all. It's just that the roads and that get a wee bit of flooding and maybe closed roads, etc. But there's no like ground flooding or anything like that. Pretty safe in that regard. But hasn't it been a good wee jolly laugh at the hypocrisy of the Western world in regards to this Israel conflict compared to the Russian conflict?
I think that they're both different, entirely different. Just, you know, the Israel thing and the Hamas thing. I don't, you know, it's. I'd like to say no one's going to win that war, and I don't. I mean, the powers that be in the Hamas power, the militant leader, and the Israelis, like who we know are well funded by, you know, USA and that. So they've got the major weaponry and things like that. So talking to Mike about this the other week, you know. But the only people who are suffering, not the ones who want to get in power, i.e. the Palestinian, you know, like, who do you think you are, Israel, and, you know, give us back our land and all that. The only losers are, you know, the people, women, children, you know, men, you know. It's just a shame. It's been going on for how long now? Can't remember.
I think it was true what someone said. This just didn't start on the 17th of October. This has been rumbling on for years and years. And I do find it interesting that the LGBT community are getting right behind the Palestinians. Now, the reason I find that quite hanging is LGBT isn't really accepted in Palestine.
Right, I get what you're saying there.
Yeah, you go
trying to inject it in a maybe slow drip feed. Maybe.
I mean, if you go to Palestine with an LGBT flag, I wouldn't like to be you, shall we say, in that regard. It's not really accepted there. So I just find that quite a interesting stance that they're taking. But did you hear von der Leyen saying that Israel's effectively got every right to cut power off, cut supplies off, and things like that? But she said a wee while before that Russia doesn't have the right to attack civilians. Russia doesn't have the right to cut power and all the other things. So what's the difference?
I mean, I don't think they will. They might restrict it to a certain degree, but they won't cut all power off. It won't be any advantage to them. You know, they would need information. So yeah, that the flag is a parody. Yeah, I mean, the LGBTSQFW.XYZ, whatever it is now, God knows where else it's going, because it's really accelerated from going to, you know, gay people who are definitely gone on with and things like that, male or female. But for me, above that, it's just gone too far, and it's being accepted by too many people, even in our generation, which, you know, even before people were, when was it? I think it was the early 80s or something like that. All were coming out. The saying was, he's come out. We're coming out, and then these little communities form, like in Manchester Canal Street and things like that. But it was all friendly, and that you get straight people going in because they could have a laugh with the gay scene. But now, it's insanity with what some of these people are coming out with. So I don't know about anyone in Palestine and in that area, how it's completely foreign to them. It's foreign to us. So what chance have they got of stepping in and trying to convince these people that you can be anything you want? But you think that's their priority? No, survival is their priority. So I don't know what that is, if that's meant to be used as a weapon to, don't know, calm things down or something. I don't know, but for me, it would never work.
Well, you've got the problem you have with the situation we have at the minute, where everybody can be whatever they like. You can turn into a cat tomorrow if you wanted. I can be a dinosaur tomorrow if I wanted to be. The problem with it is, the trans community were offered and I think it was athletics offered them their own section. So it'd be the male section, female section, and the trans section. Nobody applied for the trans section. Now, is that saying that we're going to get failed male athletes who are going to say, I'm a female, etc., going into female sport where they know they've got the physical advantage? Also, you get idiots coming on shows. I think there's a clip doing the rounds. Piers Morgan says to Lady Swift, I can't mind the boxer he used, but Floyd Mayweather, if Floyd Mayweather came out tomorrow and says, I'm a woman, would you then put him in the ring with another female at the same weight? And she went, yes, she would.
It's ridiculous. There has been, I do watch Piers from time to time. Sometimes he's a bit over the top with things, but for me, he's damn spot on with this LGBT stuff. And you can tell when he interviews these insane idiots, babies who have only just been born. You can see he's gutted as well. It might come across as he's just like full on blah blah blah, but you'll see his body language go like that, and it's like, I can't believe. And you just can't get through to these people. Now I don't understand that. Or you can't get through. Or you can't realise. I don't know that there's only two sexes in nature, whether it's plants or things like that. Human beings, and animals, maybe dogs from time to time ump each other. You know what I mean? So put that down to a gay dog. But it's gone too far. All these new colours and all that now on the flag, I don't get it, because the rainbow one, it was LGBT, weren't it? Like one for each. Before all this, you can be anything you want. Like who said, a dinosaur with two fannies, or it's ridiculous. And they're like really having a go at people like Piers Morgan, like ourselves, for actually standing the ground saying, how can you not realise that and the anatomies and things like that when it comes to sport. What was it? Was it athletics?
I think it was athletics. It said to them, have your own section, have a trans section. No one apply now. We've got people like that they want to go into female sport. Why is this not happening all the way around? Why is females not want to transition to males and compete in male sports? Because anybody who says there's not a difference between males and females physically in sports haven't got a clue. They've obviously never coached. They've obviously never watched the tweet. If you watch women's football, for instance, it's a lot more slower, more pedestrian. Male sports.
Did you watch? Did you? It wasn't long ago. It was a full team of lads, and I'm talking, it was an under something. They were all teenagers, basically, mid-teens, I think, and they played against the Australian national team, women's national team, and they beat them 15-0, I think it were.
Yeah, that's.
This is a bunch of kids beating and the women's sport now, the sporting world in women. Yeah, there is definitely cricket, rugby, football. Tennis, they're all in there. There's very skillful females who can play. I've seen them play rugby, and it's like, they're just playing it like the men do. It wouldn't. I mean, if the men played against a women's team, it would just be a joke. But I mean, the passion and the knowledge of the game and things like that, they do put their heart and soul in it. A bunch of teenagers beating a national, an international women's football team.
I seen a shot yesterday, I think it was, a guy challenging a women's team that he would get his college team and he would put them against a women's team. I think it was basketball, and he says, well, let's see how they'll get on. And he's waiting to get the challenge accepted. Also, what I would say there is also is you've got categories now where biological males are now better women than women. That Dylan Mulvaney won an award for Best Woman of the Year, I think it was. Now, had Dylan Mulvaney not got that award, the award ceremony would have been accused of being transphobic, because that's the part that they throw out. Even if you challenge someone anything, you get accused of being this, you get accused of being that. But that's only having a debate, and it's only putting facts to these people. Yeah, you see that Candice Owens? She goes on like campuses and that, and she absolutely destroys everybody. When they start on about things like that, she absolutely just destroys them, which is quite funny. And even with this climate nonsense, the climate scam, another false predictions come past that the Arctic would have no ice in it by this time. The ice is still there.
Yeah, I've always said it's been a con. I mean, nothing has changed from what I've seen since I've been born, and the trend came in. This green trend came in, I reckon, possibly late 80s, definitely 90s. And there it was, the trend, and then the money that gets pumped into it from taxpayers and people who work hard, like Carol. And it is a con, and it's a fear factor as well. At the same time, people are actually worried that the seas are going to into the land. It's flooding. Everything's melting. So there's going to be more water rising and all that. And nothing's changed. You if you're in your 20s now, go to some coastline, any coastline, and then go back in, measure it while you're there, either take pictures or, and then go back in 20 years' time and see if it's changed.
Oh, did you hear about that they've found some there's some rocks with paintings on them in the sea. I can't remember exactly where it is, because the water levels dropped that much there that they've just discovered these paintings now. Unless 2,000 years ago they had infrastructure, cars, aeroplanes, how are we just discovering them now? If this climate is in danger, like they say we are.
So the levels have gone down then?
Yeah, the level of water's dropped down enough for these paintings to be discovered. Now, unless 2,000 years, like they say they're 2,000 years old. Now, unless they had infrastructure, unless they've had cars, aeroplanes, fossil fuels 2,000 years ago, how did that happen? How did the levels rise with no infrastructure?
Yeah. That could have been made up by the government, you know what I mean?
Then you've got this peer-reviewed studied Climate Central, which state by 2030, quite a bit of London will be underwater. Now, my argument to that is, why is it 2035? We keep hearing about 2035. Surely that's too late. And if that's true, or if it's not true, I know what will happen once it comes 2028. They'll realise it's not going to happen. Then they'll shift the dates on to keep up the scare tactics.
Well, yeah, it's like I said to Mike the other week. It's like he said, "But what do you reckon? Do you know the world today and all that?" So I don't think much has changed apart from more technical weaponry and things like that. But it is now just as much a psychological war on humanity, really, to be honest with you. Some countries get it better than others and things like that. But, in a material world, it's a false happiness, because they've got that freedom to buy things if they can afford it. And a lot of people go in debt, ID with credit cards and things like that, just so they can enjoy a bit of family time or go on holiday and things like that. Right, let's just give that one a break because everyone's coming at once. Paul, if that's you, give me 2 thumbs up with each hand. Thank you, mate. I'm going to bring Paul on because you were first back there. Good to see you, Paul. Not seen you for a while.
How you doing, dude? I haven't seen you for a while either. Where have you been? You're in the Bahamas, aren't you? But you took your curtains with you.
Actually, I didn't.
Let me turn these lights on. Hang on.
Right. Well, while you're doing that, SG, that's a different symbol, avatar. Anyway, Mike's here, guys.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, Mike.
How you doing, guys? Paul Hart ain't seen him for a while as well. Hello,
Don't worry, I'm still around, mate. I'm still around, dude.
That's good.
I'll tell you what.
I was over the moon when I saw Dino doing his news presentation right at the top there. Now the news with Dino.
I didn't want. Sometimes you're like backstage straight away. So it's
you know
like,
what? It was like
we'll do this one together. You know.
It was like watching John Craven's news round again.
I tell you what, I like your light. Where do you get that? Is that a light bulb?
Yeah, they're just off Amazon.
Oh, right. I'll have to order one then.
Give us a thumbs up.
Who, me? Oh,
SG's backstage and
he's there, is he?
Nathan Benson as well, who I'm not that familiar with.
It's beauty therapist. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan Benson. Yeah, I've heard of him, mate. Right, I've only come on because what the conversation was at the first about Israel and Gaza. Let them blow themselves up. Why should we get involved?
Exactly.
Right? And then, no, why should we get involved?
Well, there must be something in it for us. Otherwise, we wouldn't. I mean, they're all
right.
Together, aren't they? It's like, well, we'll help you out in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's money for us. I mean, because it's money for us because we pay them money and we get something out of them. But just let them bloody blow themselves up.
Yes. Yeah.
It's always the Middle East. Always the Middle East that causes problems for the rest of the world.
I mean, look, I don't want to take away the fact that, 7th of October, what Hamas done was absolutely disgusting. Let's face it. And I would just say any nation against any nation in them circumstances is allowed to retaliate in every way they can. Now, that's not saying I support Israel. Unfortunately, I think, it's two powers that think they want to take over the world in some way or another, and it's always been the same in the Middle East since bloody dawning of time. Always been that way. I think
that war's been going on for about 36 years, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think they get far too much sun. Their brains get baked, and it just turns them all mad. I think that's what it is. And that's just
my thing is I'm with Zara, to be honest. Shock horror.
Let's take it, Zara. She in the chat? I saw her earlier.
Yeah, she's in there somewhere.
How you doing, Airwolf? Anyway, my mate.
Yeah, not bad yourself, but I'll tell you why we'll get involved. I'll tell you why, because us in America, we are the self-proclaimed world police force. We have got that badge of honor. We've got to keep the law. That's why we'll get involved.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, we will get involved. And I'll tell you what, this is World War III because everybody's getting involved with China, with Russia, because they've done alliance with them. They're trying to do alliance with them. So, this is going to be the World War III and typical bloody Middle East.
Exactly. Amaris said that history has England there, then retreating, which led the war to begin years back. Yeah, and I mean,
I haven't got the facts.
SG, is that you? Sorry, guys. SG, is that
yeah,
you?
it is. Yeah.
Thank you, mate. It's just that it's a different avatar. I just wanted to make sure because Zara
Oh, he's
B's
not
in
got his
she's
street
a
light.
filmmaker.
Oh,
No worries.
where's the street light?
Sparky.
It's there somewhere. I've got it, in the list.
You used to see the street light. How you doing, SG? You all right?
Not bad. You?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yeah, not bad.
Good to see you. Good to see Paul and Airwolf and of course Dino.
Nice to see you. Nice.
To see you.
Is that David?
Good game. Good game.
To see you as well, mate.
We got
I
Dino
think
on
I'm
the
just
door.
starting
Dino on
back
the
on the
door.
insomnia track, so I remember the early days. You see,
Oh yeah.
and do you remember?
I do.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours, 13, 14. And that we were always the last two on. Could never sleep in the early days.
Marathon days, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
And if you remember, I'd always join your live stream backstage, just as you'd said, right, I'm closing it down. Not again. He's here again.
Yeah, he's done that on many occasions. Yeah. It's like, let them all go to bed and me and you will have a chat now. Why not?
We're not welcome now, guys.
Oh, stop being a soft ass, Paul.
Oh no, he's in the Bahamas. He's took his curtains with him, and we'll have a chat behind scenes.
No worries.
He's looking after all these offshore accounts
as well. Private chat. What have I got in there? Cheers for that, Wolf. Oh, he's popped off. No, he's not. He's there.
I'm still here.
Yeah, it's just you put a new.
Trump.
Yeah.
2024.
Trump 2024. It's on.
Yeah, and come on, Boris as well, because Boris has been scapegoated. He has.
He might be banged up by the sound of things. They're trying to get him on this contempt of court now, aren't they, where he walked out?
Oh, how many times have been bloody... you know what? I really, really do feel sorry for Boris about this COVID thing. You know, he was pushed into it.
Hello, Dino.
He was probably
Nice to see you
taking
back.
things off other people's countries, and he acted on them. But Boris did his good job. I mean, in respective what he had to do when he took on the government,
compared to what
because it was blown out of proportion anyway.
Mm.
Well, can I ask though, Paul, what did Boris do? He didn't give us Brexit, did he?
Nothing.
Good question.
Nothing.
He
No,
brushed
he
his
didn't.
hair from time to time, made it look stylish.
He kind of had our he made it look like he had our back for a while. But after
Guys, say hello to Sparky. Guys,
It-
Sparky's on. Say hello
Hello,
to him.
people.
Not
Hello,
speaking for a
people.
while.
Hello, Sparky.
Sparky, mate.
Hello,
Sparky.
people. Hello, Mike. Hello, Mike.
How you
Good
doing,
to see
mate?
Dino back.
It certainly is.
And I my old trick. All yeah.
Wow,
See,
well,
you for a
Sparky,
while,
yeah.
I don't know what happened to you. Your
Yeah.
lives and that.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Is it?
Ooh.
Look at that.
It's
There
not
he-
him, is it? Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
who's
is that
that bird
Sparky? For
behind
fuck's
you?
sake, and then no.
It's another one, isn't it?
Right, I did say Zara B was in there.
See, what you need is... I
Right,
can't
was that
remember.
too long, Mike?
What's that?
Or just carry on?
Was that too long?
Oh,
I
you
think
mean
it's
like
fine.
was it on the
It
screen
said-
for like?
it said
I
the
think
video
it's taking all the way, Dino, by the looks of it.
I've never seen
I'm
anything
not
like
saying
that.
anything.
Oh, dear. Well, they're out tonight. He tried getting us twice on. He tried to come on as Pork Chop and...
Tried everyone. He's
Yeah.
trying it on everyone. He really
I've
is.
seen it for ages, not had it for ages, and I mean a long time.
I've got...
So, yeah.
Let's just have a quick look. Oh, I'm going to have to split this a minute. Yeah, I've got...
What, with Sparky corn bombing?
some
No,
new-
Crinkle, innit?
Studio mode.
Because it's not like Sparky to have a bird behind him.
It's Crinkle, innit?
Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end it and come straight back.
Okay.
Okay.
straight away. All right, I've just been given some good advice to do that, so I hope you come back in just a couple of minutes.
Dino, if I can add a little bit of advice, give us some like wordings to repeat. And if we do it quick enough, then we're probably who we say we are.
Yeah.
But if there's a delay, then it's tough shit. That's probably what I'm saying. You know, good idea.
Right.
Okay, Dino. If you want to end it,
Lady, Nigel, Aaron, no worries. Thanks for that bit of advice. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.